Evening people, evening, welcome back to the channel. Tonight we are back with round 2 of P1RCs 911 GT3 RS League. I've got 3 15-minute races coming up for you lot tonight. We've got a couple of extra drivers in the lobby as well by the looks of it, so I think we had 8 last week. We've got 10 in the room at the minute, but I don't think everyone's got the car right away. Let's have a look. I think we're just waiting on one more driver to find his car and then we're in. So we've got 3 races, all 15 minutes for you lot tonight. They have got to use a set of mediums at some point throughout tonight's races and a set of softs as well. Whatever they qualify on, they have to use in race 1 as well. So if you use mediums, you've got to qualify in those. If you soft, if you qualify on your mediums, you've got to race on those in race 1. Same as if you race on softs. Right, points wise so far then. So only round 1 gone, 58 points on board for Mocking Weeks, then leading the way after last week. Had a couple of good results, 2 firsts and a third I think it was for Mocking. Obi-Wan in second with a 48. I think he had a little bit of bad luck. A few of these Porsches ended up backwards. Tricky cars to hang on to once they get going. Ice Chand in third at 43 points for him. Pilgrim in fourth with 39 points. In fact, joint fourth with Tyre Slayer also on 39 points. Pav 46, 35 points on board for him in sixth. We've got Captain Pugwash VR2 bolted onto his name tonight in seventh with 34 points. And Slow Seamus, 20 points on the board for him, but he missed out race 1, I think, Slow Seamus. Is that right? But here for round 2 tonight. Yeah, so full 10 drivers with the car now, so I'm sure qualifying is just about to get underway. Merch still available, people. T-shirts and stickers. Hit me up, darksmoker@googlemail.com if you want any of those. If not, don't, I suppose. Right, let's get ourselves in. Sound on. Who have we got in? So, Obi-Wan, we've got Pav 46, we've got Don, we've got Ice Chand, Mocking Weeks, Tyre Slayer, Skippy, Captain Pugwash, Bo, new addition, and go qualifying just about to get underway. So, who are the 2 new drivers? Don, was it? No, Bo. Bo and... come on. Tyre Slayer, Skippy. It's got to be Skips. It's got to be Skips. So, qualifying just started then. Let's get ourselves in. So Daytona Infield tonight is the arena of choice. We've seen it in a few different leagues with the P1 boys. They quite like this circuit. Let's get the nonsense on for you lot. Out laps then occurring. This is the car we're driving tonight. Let's get a look at these liveries. A couple of new drivers in, so get to see some fresh liveries tonight. Mocking Weeks then. Sorry, Pilgrim Designs. I've just looked at the screen and seen Mocking Weeks and said his name. Pilgrim Designs, GT3 RS. Looking good. Mocking Weeks, what are you rocking tonight? Black and white with a little bit of red on it. Looks quite nice, that does. And the big smashing Dark Smoker logo on the windscreen, thank you. We are driven, P1 all over it. Repping tonight. Pav 46, gone for the Benson and Hedges. Gold and black. And they, sorry, it's John Player Special, of course it is. JPS even. I knew it was cigarettes. Surprised you're allowed to get away with that these days. Advertising more tobacco products. Rotiform on board for Bo then. colourful livery on his car tonight. Best water tech on board for Obi. Again, we saw this last week. Tyre Slayer gone for the full-on advertising. Are you looking for holidays here, Tyre Slayer? What's going on? Do you work for Jet2? What's happening? Cheap seats. A little bit early for Captain Pugwash, but you know, maybe it's the only one he could find. Very Christmassy. Again, a little bit too early. Castrol Edge on board them 4 skips. Looking pretty good. Don then. What have we got on there? Cell? What's this? What's this? I don't know what this is. Somebody must know what this is. Again, oh, is that Dragon Ball Z? Is it something to do with that? There it is on the rear wing. Look, don't know. Ice Chan, standard. Matte green. Gold wheels. Yellow wheels. So, that is liveries. Let's get ourselves back on board and we'll chuck ourselves on for a lap in a minute when they come back round to the start finish line. Pilgrim just showing us how not to do it there, and there. So DRS available on these Porsches as well. You'll see the little button light up in the bottom right hand side of your screen, and it does open a great big flap on the rear wing of these Porsches. Okay, Mockin Weeks just making his way past. He's got himself past Pilgrim, so we'll jump on board with Mockin. Let's get a bit of this camera on. So just cross the line into turn 1, hard on the brakes. Push down this almost straight, a little bit of a kink on the way through here. Another hairpin coming up at the end. Tightens up a lot through here. Watch the throttle on the exit. You don't want to push it out too wide. Get on the grass or cross that white line, pick up a penalty. A little bit of a straight kick to the left, can carry a lot of speed through this one. Down towards another hairpin at the bottom here, getting hard on the brakes. Everyone's got to get their braking points right early on, otherwise it's going to be chaos and mayhem through this infield section. Pushing away back out onto the outfield main circuit then, through this left-hander. Back onto the banked main circuit here. Full tilt around this banked circuit. Pat 46 making his way through as well. All about the slipstream on this part of the circuit. Full tilt all the way down here. We're coming up to the chicane where we've just seen Pilgrim get it a little bit wrong. Let's see if Mockin Weeks can get it right on the brakes, then down into third. Gets it through the first part of the chicane well. Oh, almost got away with that. Might have dipped all 4 wheels off the curb, maybe not. Back onto this banked section all the way around to the start finish line again. So final lap of qualifying. So let's have a look through the order. It is Obi-Wan currently on that top spot. Can we second, but we'll see as they come up towards the line. Can Mockin Weeks go quicker? No, stays second. Then who else are we waiting for? Anybody else moving through the field? A couple of drivers still out on track. At the minute it's Obi-Wan on pole, Mockin Weeks second, Pav 46 in third, Bo in fourth, Pugwash fifth, Tyre Slayer 6th, Pilgrim 7th, Ice Chand in 8th, Skippy 9th and Don in 10th. But that is it. That is the order. Nobody moving up or down the field then. Obi-Wan on that top spot this week for race 1. I didn't look what tyres people were using. Official results on screen there then. Obi taking that top spot, 149.028. Mockin in second, Pav third, both in fourth, Ice Chant fifth, Captain Pugwash in 6th, Tyre Slayer 7th, Pilgrim in 8th, Skippy 9th and P1 Don in 10th. Straight into race 1 then. Nonsense on quickly, so we wait for the red lights to go on just above the race timer there, and then once they disappear, race 1 will be underway. Someone's found the horn. I hope you've not mistaken that for your DRS button. Oh, we've got a false start at the back. Who's that? Skippy getting a very poor start. Jump the lights a little bit. Leads us into turn 1 then. Oh, we've got chaos already. Ice Chand and Captain Pugwash having a come in together. I'm not sure if there was anybody else involved with that, just saw the pair of them come flying across the circuit. Whether somebody else had got involved and gone for a little puntathon, I don't know, but maybe we'll find out. I'm sure we'll find out in the chat, depending on what's going on. Oh, Ice Chand giving it a drift around that hairpin. Obi-Wan then holding the lead. Mocking Wheats getting that hairpin a little bit wrong, sliding those tyres around there. They are sports softs as well, not full race tyres tonight. Path 46 making his way into 2nd. So sports softs and sports mediums, not racing softs and racing mediums. So the tyres are a little bit looser than they might be expecting. Tyre Slayer 4th, Pilgrim 5th, under pressure though. Bo right behind him, getting that slipstream. Backs off, drops himself back into the slipstream, a little bit too close maybe coming into the chicane. Hopefully gonna, oh, Pilgrim getting that one wrong again. Bo taken aback a little bit, I think he wasn't expecting that from Pilgrim, kind of tried to follow him through there, not realising Pilgrim decided he wasn't going to take the chicane. Let's call Bo out a little bit. Falls back off of Pilgrim now then, look at the angle. Skippy in 7th, then Don in 8th, not too far behind him. Ice Chand up into 9th, Captain Pugwash in 10th. Oh, Pugwash has been off again, the Christmas livery's got a big dent on the front. Repairs itself now, he can get himself back up to speed, but you don't want to be 10 seconds back, 10.5 seconds back in a 15-minute race. Going to be hard push to get yourself back up front, or anywhere, to be honest. A little move happening at the hairpin, have we? No, Pilgrim just hanging on to that one. Bo still all over him, so it is still Obi leading, Pav 46 in 2nd, Rock in 3rd, Tyre Slayer in 4th. Looking for that free holiday, Pilgrim 5th. Got a mirror full of that rotiformed livery behind him of Bo. To go defensive, Bo looking to run around the outside here at the hairpin. Oh, tyres not quite holding on around there. Falls a little bit further back into Skippy's hands. Ice Chand actually closing the gap up to these two. Don falls back into 9th. Captain Pugwash still nearly 11 seconds back in the Christmas livery. Maybe it's running too cold. Maybe you need to take that off. Needs warming up a bit. Obi then leading by half a second as we hit the chicane. Path 46 just keeping him in his sights. Mocking Wheats as well, just half a second back. Tyre Slayer not out of it yet either, just 0.8 of a second back. Nobody behind grabbing a toe at the minute off of Tyre Slayer. Pilgrim's another 4.2 seconds back. He has still got that little gap between himself and Bo, just half a second though. Leaders go through, 5th and 6th coming to frame, 7th and 8th right behind them. Nice Chand having a look there. Come on, find the right camera, switches back over to the other side. Skippy's putting his car in all the right places. Nowhere for Ice Chand to go coming into turn 1. He's probably going to have to stay behind him all the way through this section unless he can almost bully his way past. Skippy again just goes to the inside. Oh, but he's driven a little bit too deep through that hairpin. Right, Ice Chand slots one up the inside, just gets his brake in a little bit earlier. Throws one up the inside of Skippy and gets himself into 7th. position to get that back. A little bit too far back for this hairpin. Oh, we've got a driver in the wall there. Who's that? There's Pilgrim. He's gone from 5th to 9th as we just collect him. Peeling himself out of the armour coat. He's now got Captain Pugwash closing up on him pretty quickly. Just 5.8 seconds back. Obi now pulled the gap up front. 1.2 seconds. Fastest lap on board for him as well. Pav 46 chasing him down, but it must have been a good lap by Obi, I think. Let's have a look. 149.8. 149, only a tenth of a second, but maybe Pav 46 making a slight mistake and just slowing Mocking down. Tyre Slayer. It's a little bit closer than that just before the chicane. Or as we just see, Mocking Weeks have a look to drive around the outside of Pav 46 on the way down to the start-finish line. It's all about turn 1 here between these two. Has Pav 46 outbraked himself? Yeah, ooh, has he? Oh, he keeps the power on. What a drive by Pav 46. He must have been all over brakes, throttle, clutch, gears. Who knows? Maybe playing with the stereo as well to hang on to that one. Thought Mocking Weeks had just got him up the inside, but Pav 46 pulled out some kind of magician move there to keep the power on around the outside of that turn. There's Tyre Slayer in the background. Mocking Weeks again having a quick look at the inside of Pav 46. So a little look from Pav's perspective. Mocking Weeks closes right up, almost shunts him around that corner. Just runs a little bit deep through there, loses a tiny bit of time to Pav 46. The gap grows to 3/4 of a second then. The gap up front increases as well, 2.2 seconds here for, look at the angle they're sitting at. 2.2 seconds the gap up front to Obi-Wan. He's looking back at second place there. Oh, but as we jump on board, he gets the chicane wrong. Lose all sorts of time through there. Look at these boys closing down on him now. Pav 46, Mocking and Tyre Slayer all thinking yes please. DRS fully open. Pav 46 closing up 0.3 of a second between them. There you go, a tiny mistake and that lead has gone. Let's go slightly defensive here, heading down towards turn 1. Taking that slightly tighter inside line. Pav trying to carry that speed around the outside. Can he do it again here? Whoa! Anyone? Oh, you know what? I'm going to jump on board. Give me dashboard view. See if he's playing with his stereo when he's going for these mental overtakes. He goes play with anti-lock. His central lock-in just a second ago. You couldn't see his hand. That's what he was doing. He's got some kind of cheat button down there. Able to drive the life out of this Porsche. Look at this top 3. Oh, Mocking Weeks having a little look up the inside here. Can Pav 46 drive around the outside again? A little bit of contact between those two. Clean and fair driving still though. Even with a little bit of contact, we expect a tiny bit. We don't mind a tiny bit. We don't want shunting, obviously. Not that these boys are into that. Tyre Slayer's got that gap almost. Back in this fight here, 0.8 of a second behind. Let's go and see what else is happening. Nice Chan, look at this, getting turned around in turn 1 at lap 1. He's up into 5th position, a little way back from those top 4, but great result for him. Bo into 6. Obviously he was having a bit of a battle with Pilgrim until Pilgrim decided to throw it off circuit. Then Skippy into 7th, Don holding 8th. Captain Pugwash VR2 is into 9th and Pilgrim in 10th. Pugwash has got past him then. Lead fight still on here, half a second still for Obi. 46 defending from Mocking Weeks here as well. 3 of them nearly. Oh no, Obi, no. Oh, Obi, what an absolute. Oh, he's taken that corner an inch too tight. Oh, an inch too tight he's taken that, and he slammed the wing into the wall, which has just stopped him dead in his tracks. Pav, Mockieweeks and Tyre Slayer get through. Tyre Slayer caught up a little bit in that one as well. But holding third, there are top 2 bumper to bumper still. Obi-Wan not too far off the back of Tyre Slayer, so still could get a podium position here in race 1. Ice Chand closer into the fight as well. That 5-second gap now drops to 2.5 seconds. Any more mistakes like that in these last 5 minutes, Ice Chand could be on for another position here. There's a little bit more time over Bo. Skippy 5 seconds back, having a little race of his own all at the minute. Got a few drivers reasonably close here. Don, Pugwash and Pilgrim all within a couple of seconds of each other. Any tiny mistakes there as well. Weeks just showing his nose to Pav. Again, both of these drivers seasoned sim veterans. That lead when they come back over, awesome. Here we go then, Mockieweeks now having a look at Pav 46 for the lead of the race. Seen them go at this one before though. Pav, like I say, Pav's just able to find something around the outside here. But oh, come on, where have you gone? There you go. Right on the bumper of Mockieweeks, then heading down towards turn 2. Good battle in between these two again. Just having a little look around the outside there. Let me change this camera up. Obi-Wan has managed to get his way back past Tyre Slayer, so he's back into podium position. They're just in that little battle behind. Again, pushing it bit deep through that final corner, allows Pav to close the gap up a little bit. Just a quarter of a second in it between the two of them. Just under 2.5 minutes to go. The RS wide open on both of these. Mockieweeks goes to the outside. Pav 46 then looks to the inside. Again down towards turn 1. Oh, sorry, the chicane. Wrong side of the circuit. Drivers getting through there cleanly again. Mockieweeks leads then. Can he hold it till the end of the race? Pav second, Obi in third. Still got Tyre Slayer filling his mirrors, so any swap of mistake from Obi, and Tyre Slayer will have that back, thank you very much. Ice Chand in 5th, gap still at 3 seconds, so he loses half a second to that top 4 battle. Bo another 1.3 seconds behind him. Skippy 8.4 seconds back. Captain Pugwash pulled a little bit of time on him, about a second. He's dragging Don along with him though. Just a second back is Don in 9th. And Pilgrim's on the sports medium, so that's possibly why he's been spinning around and running a little bit slow, but he's getting rid of those early on. That'll give him 2 races on the sports softs. Just flick through. Okay, Don's on the mediums as well, I hadn't noticed. Pugwash is on the softs. Skippy is on the mediums. There you go, been watching the racing. Bo on the softs. Softs on for Ice Chand, softs on for Tyre Slayer, softs on for Obi, softs on for Mockin, softs on for Pav. Pav leading the way now then. Mockieweeks not quite able to hold on to it for the time being. Last minute of the race then. This might be final lap. They're going to be very close to the line. It's all going to be about the slipstream down towards the chicane or through that final turn down towards the start finish line. Into the chicane we go. Obi just 2.5 seconds back. Mocking Weeks carrying great speed out of there. Already side by side with Pav 46, but Pav has got the inside line through there. It's all about who can carry more speed. 15 seconds. Are they going to see? I think they're going to see another lap. Yes, they are. Boom, there they go across the line then. Side by side almost as they came through turn 1. So I don't think everyone's going to get across the line, so let's go and have a look, shall we? Skippy, who takes the first of the positions, then comes home in 7th. Captain Pugwash takes 8th. Don comes home in 9th. Pilgrim taking that 10th position. Yeah, a long way down Pilgrim, but he does start at the front of the next race. So let's just keep our eye on these boys up front. They'll be pushing hard to try and get past one another now. Tyre Slayer fallen well off the back of Obi. Out of the infield section then. Mocking Weeks, Tyre and Pav 46 still just 0.3, almost 0.4 of a second between them. Going to come out of the chicane side by side like they did before. Let's have a look. Pumping the throttle on the way through there. Oh, Mocking Weeks. Oh, he's dipped his wheels all over the grass. He might pick up a penalty for that. He is all over the back of Pav 46 then, coming around this bank turn down towards the start-finish line. DRS being played with. They are side by side coming up to the line, but I think it's going to be Pav 46 that takes it. He does just. Mocking Weeks are taking that 2nd position then. Obi coming in 3rd. Tyre Slayer taking 4th. We've got Ice Chand who will come home for 5th position. Boat taking 6th. Yeah, really good race that one. Top 3, top 4. Real good battle. Some decent battles in the midfield race as well. There you go. We'll see if we can find out what happened to Ice Chand and Captain Pugwash. Possibly just somebody outbraking themselves. Maybe Captain Pugwash, were you on the mediums? Did you forget what you were on the mediums and try to brake where everybody was braking on the softs? Maybe. Would be my guess, maybe. It was a good little race, wasn't it, Mig? Good little race, that one. And it's a reverse grid now. So all the fast boys start from the back. Oof. And on that infield section, it could get a bit messy. What are you the goat at anyway, MiG-25? What are you the goat at? Are we talking MiGs as in the Russian fighter aircraft? MiG-25s? Is that what we're talking? I don't know. So, that's one thing I didn't hear, is the horn. Because people were far too interested in pressing that DRS, if they remembered. I don't think... round 1, I think a few of the drivers might have forgotten that they got DRS on the straights. But they've definitely found the horn for the practice session. So there are official results then. Pav and Mocking Weeks swapping that top spot for the last few laps after Obi-Wan decided to stomp his car into turn 1 inside corner. Obi taking that 3rd, then Tyre Slayer 4th, Ice Chan 5th, Bo in 6th, Skippy 7th, Captain Pugwash in 8th, Don 9th, and Pilgrim 10th. So that will be reverse order of that. Will be the start of this next race. Again, be interesting to find out if it was just a little bit of outbreaking shenanigans with Captain Bugwash in turn 1. Easily done in the heat of the moment. You know, the big pile of cars is all steaming down towards turn 1. You obviously don't want to lose positions or drop the pack or whatever. And, you know, you just, if they're all on the soft tyres and you're on the mediums and you give it that I've forgotten for a very split second, well, before you know it, you're into the back of the next driver and shunting them round the corner like we saw Ice Chand. Forget to hit that like button, people. Oh, obviously, if you like it. If you don't like it, don't press the thumbs down button. Just go look at another video. You haven't got a thumbs down here. There's nothing to dislike about this video, I suppose. Well, not unless I start calling you names, but, you know, that's not me. The drivers, maybe. Some of the drivers get called names sometimes. Deservedly so. All in jest, obviously. Pav 46, my first win since returning, he says. Oh, you still on pad, Pav? Are you still on pad? There you go. I just said a few drivers might have forgotten they had DRS last week. Pav 46 might have been one of those drivers. Now he's found it. Hocking Weeks regrets telling him. Giving a few people not having anything in the chat about when. Oh yes, we are 30. Well, 33. That's when we're starting the next race. So a couple of minutes yet. All 10 drivers sticking about as well. Good. Again, reverse grid, and we jump into race 3 after this one. And I believe that is wherever you finish in race 2 is where you start in race 3. So this is a little bit more important in terms of finishing positions for that final race. So yeah, this league, 3 different races a night, 3 15-minute races. A lot of the lobbies set up like that, sort of a shorter race and a longer race, or 3 15-minute, 2 20-minute races. That seems to be the general format, or maybe a 15-minute and a half an hour. Does Mocking Week swap his livery? Yes, he did this last week as well. He did this last week. Where is he? See, new livery. It's white, black and red before. It's now gone blue. Okay, you boys have found the horn button then. Nice looking car, the Porsche. So looking like we're just about to get race 2 underway. Tyre Slayer living up to his name here. Trying to get through a set of racing mediums before the race starts, but it's never going to happen. Let's get a bit of this view on. We can swing ourselves about and stuff. See what chaos happens into turn 1. The horn button has still been found. The lights go on then. It's a false start by Pilgrim. He's going to be upset by that. Nobody's noticed. He's going to get slammed into. Yeah, I knew that was going to be the case. Bo getting the brunt of that one, unfortunately. Pilgrim jumping the lights massively there. Causing chaos off the line. Not even into turn 1. Running a little bit deep through there. Skippy struggling to hold that thing onto the track. Pav 46 trying to find his way through. Look at this, storming through, almost 3 wide through there. He's got 2 wheels on the tarmac, 2 wheels on the grass. Down into the first of the hairpins. Still on board with Pilgrim. Just swinging this cam around, looking for the chaos. Everybody keeping it on track so far. Again, everybody being very safe. Christmas getting a little nudge out of the way. What? Nice Chand has ended up a little bit wide. Captain Pugwash going for the nudgy on Pilgrim. A bit, maybe a bit pushy there. He was already over on the grass, and it's almost 4 wide as they come out through there. And look at this, Obi from third from last already managed to find his way through to the front. He's got P1 Don for company. A great big chunk of fresh air between themselves, and now third place P1RCs 2.5 seconds back. Now again in this race being harassed by Mocking Weeks. Down into the chicane, Pilgrim in 5th. Again, just getting that false start off the line. I think he was hoping to get a really good start on those super sport soft tyres. Unfortunately, messing it all up for himself. Ice Chan then finding himself off circuit. Back on now into 6th. Captain Pugwash in 7th. Skippy 8th. I don't know who's got the horn. It's Skippy. I think he's got the joint DRS joint horn button going on. Tyre Slayer in 9th. Oof, a little bit of outbraking. He's sent Skippy almost to the nether realm. Bo gets past him. Skippy gets himself back on circuit. Bo through then. Captain Pugwash through. Tyre Slayer backs off, gives that position back to back to Skippy, but drops the pair of them back to 9th and 10th. Oh, just see Ice Chand again drift it out of that hairpin. Let's get ourselves back up front then. Obi pulls a little bit of a gap off Don, 0.8 of a second, nearly 0.9. Still a fair amount of air between him and Mocking Weeks. Has come down to 1.2 seconds. He has also got himself past P1RCs. Tighter line through there, Pav, able to close that gap back up on Mocking. Pilgrim still in this fight at the minute, 0.8 of a second back. Horn still going, Ice Chant in 6th then, Captain Pugwash 7th. But Skippy and Bo closing up on him. They're having a battle at the minute themselves. Bo getting him up the inside of Skippy. Getting the inside line into the chicane. He was already in front of Skippy anyway. That's the kind of camera work we want, PlayStation. Wasn't me, by the way. I'll just tell you that wasn't me. Captain Pugwash in 8th, then side by side with Bo. Bo looking to get another position here. He's carrying all the speed. Trying to run around the outside towards turn 1. He's got a little wing just in front of Captain Pugwash. Oh, outbreaks. Has he gone too deep? All 3 drivers. Oh no, we've just... That's twice you've been tangled up with that boat. Tyre Slayer goes a little bit deep there in 9th. Ice Chan just doing exactly what Obi-Wan did in race 1, just taking that corner an inch too tight. And he sticks it in the wall and it spins the car around from 5th then, sorry, apologies, 6th down to 10th for Ice Chan. He's on the sports mediums as well, so he won't be too disappointed. At least he's not done that on a set of sports softs where he can try and run a faster race. He's all over the back of Tyre Slayer again though. So Obi 1.4 seconds up the road from Don. Don now got a mirror full of Mocking Weeks, 0.8 of a second back, well within slipstream range. Same for P1RCs as well. Pilgrim right behind Pav here, just half a second back. Coming up to this tricky chicane. The one that Pilgrim doesn't like taking properly. He seems to be abiding the rules through that one. Keeps that gap consistent between himself and Pav, still about 0.4 of a second. Big gap back to Skippy in 6th then. Position given to him after Ice Chan's departure into the brick wall. Skippy 6th then, 6.4 back off of Pilgrim. We've got Bo in 7th, just a second behind him. Again, just getting caught up. When Ice Chan's car decided to unghost, it slowed him down a little bit. 7th for him, Captain Pugwash in 8th, 2.4 seconds back. Ice Chan into that 9th position. Tyre Slayer in 10th. So I think Tyre Slayer may be struggling on these mediums a little bit, as is Ice Chan. Obi's just edging away every corner, pulling a 10th or 2 here and there. 1.8, 1.9 seconds. It did just flick up above 2, but it's almost there again. Don and Mocking Weeks pretty close together. Pav's dropped back a little bit. He's made a tiny mistake. Maybe concentrating on defending from Pilgrim behind, making him lose that time to Mocking Weeks in front. 1.3 seconds the gap between 3rd and 4th then. Pilgrim still just that half a second behind them. Closed up again by Mocking Weeks through that chicane. Oh, he's all over him. A bit of bump drafting. Helped Don round the corner. Gives himself that little bit of extra toe coming off the turn. Hopefully they can close up a tiny bit on Obi. Halfway through race 2 then. 7.5 minutes out of this 15-minute. Turn 1, hard on the brakes. Mocking Weeks, has he done it? Where is, there he is, Don. He has, throws himself into 2nd position now then. Now on the hunt for that little pink car in front. 1.9 seconds the gap, and he's got just under 6 minutes to do it. Reasonably close then in this race. Just that little gap between themselves and Obi in front. Bo 7 seconds behind the pack. Still got Skippy just 1.2 behind him. Not out of the woods yet then for Bo. Captain Pugwash in 8th. Slowly being closed up by Ice Chan. 1.7 seconds. Oh, there he goes, drifting the rear end of that Porsche out of that corner. Loses a 10th back to Captain Pugwash, but is still bringing that time down. And his Tyre Slayer 1.5 seconds behind him. Most of the drivers at the back on those mediums, hence running a little bit slower. Again, apologies to Captain Pugwash. He's jumped the gun a little bit on the Porsche livery. Christmas all over it. Couldn't go for Halloween or bonfire night, maybe. Just only a couple of months too early, Mr. Pugwash. Obi still leading then, 1.6 seconds. Coming up to the 10-minute mark. Here comes Mocking Weeks trying to chase him down. Oh, Pav's still under pressure here. They're falling a little bit further away from Don. Pilgrim's gone for a move up the inside. Apologies, wrong car. 46 again, just making it drive around the outside of that hairpin. Again, Pilgrim tries to throw one at the inside. Pav's ready for it though. Well defended by Pav at the moment. Staying very similar in this midfield and back few cars. Again, just not able to get the power down and press these things round when they've got Foot's turned up late. On the wrecking balls here as well, we might see another couple of drivers. Maybe Footer will rejoin. Rocky Weeks taking a little bit of a shortcut across that chicane. Looks like he's got away with it. That is a proper shortcut as well. Gets the time down to a second then. We've got 4 minutes left in race 2 here. Rocky Weeks actually holding fastest lap on 48.7, and he has now got that gap to less than a second between himself and race leader Obi. Rear wheel, evening. Obi pushing it into turn 1, Mockin 0.8 behind him now, getting a little bit of a tow, but he is running out of laps here. Don still holding third, but he's now being closed up by Pav 46. Bit of a gap developed between Pav and Pilgrim now, 1.8 seconds that gap. The tyre wear may be kicking in, just causing Pilgrim a little bit of a problem. Bo holding that 6, Skippy just not letting him go, 1.2 seconds it has been for the last couple of laps, so neck and neck these two in terms of pace. Captain Pugwash, Ice Chand and Tyre Slayer still very similar in terms of pace and gaps. It's all about this fight here. 0.7 of a second then. 3 minutes remaining. How's Don getting on? He's defended so far. Teetering up and down between a bit of slipstream and not for Pav 46 from Don. Just 0.93 seconds back. I think that's just outside tow range, or on the cusp of. Again, Pilgrim 1.3 seconds back. Bose made a little mistake somewhere, possibly coming out of the chicane. Skippy is able to close that 1.2 seconds gap up and actually fire himself by past by 0.3 of a second. Bo will not be happy with that. All over the back of Skippy, coming down start to finish line, down towards turn 1. Can he go for a move back and get that position? Not through there. Oh no, yes he can. He can, because Skippy's decided he's going to drive himself far too deep through turn 1. He gifts Bo that position back. Ice Chan's got himself onto the tail of Captain Pugwash. Tyre Slayer still right there with him. It's a little bit of a mistake through there. And Obi still leads. 0.7 still between Obi and Mockin. Is it going to be enough? Can he get the tow? 2 minutes remaining then. It's staying very similar, 0.77. Taking the risks on the shortcuts. Down to half a second. We've got 30 seconds left on the race timer. These two should cross the finish line. Maybe go for one final lap punch up between these two. We'll see. 20 seconds left on the race clock. We're going to see a few of the others cross the line as well. On for another lap then. 0.4 of a second between them. Don in third, Pav 4th, Pilgrim 5th. 5 seconds remaining. You're going to be the first of the finishers. Bode is going to come home to take 6th then. Skippy takes 7th. A little wobble as he comes across the line. Captain Pugwash under pressure coming down this final straight. Ice Chan trying to look to run around the outside of him, but it's not going to be. Pugwash is going to take 8th. Ice Chand 9th and Tyre Slayer 10th. Let's get ourselves back up front. Obi from 0.4 back up to 0.6. He's got to have absolutely inch perfect position here. Doesn't want to light these tyres up or let them slide anywhere. Rocky Weeks has just got to put in an absolutely perfect lap to try and get past him with any kind of mistakes. 0.4 of a second the gap drops back down to. Again, could be on for another move here as well. Pad 46, just 0.6 of a second behind Don. Towards the chicane then, 0.4 of a second. Rocky Weeks bringing that time down as they come into the chicane. Gap opens back up though. Still half a second. It's not going to be as close as race 1. Obi then is going to come through to take race 2 win here. He's got a big enough advantage over Mocking Weeks before they come to the line that he's safe in that position. Mocking Weeks will take second though. Again, great results from the pair of these. Don is cool. Don, is he? Will he? Yes, he will. Just takes third. Pad 46 really pressuring him at the end, then taking fourth. Pilgrim taking fifth. So still pretty close, even with reverse grid and, you know, a couple of drivers getting punted and shunted here and there. Well, there we go. Race 3 coming up then. We've got another 15 minutes here at Daytona. And I believe it is wherever you've just finished in that race is where you start in the final race. And we have got a couple of extra drivers in the room. Footer has rejoined. Ricky J's turned up. Let's hope they have got the car and they can join and that sort of stuff. And we'll have 12 drivers on track for race 3. Even more chaos through those infield sections. Maybe. So, 57. So we've got 5 minutes wait then before race 3 kicks off. Waffle, waffle, waffle. Talk, talk, talk. Well, at least it gives us a couple more liveries to look at. Not sure if I want to see Ricky J's after what he posted in the group chat earlier. You're not stalking my IP address right now, are you, Ricky J? You're not going to send me a drone photo shot of my house or something in a minute? Better not. You better not, damn it. You'd be lucky if you are, anyway. You're lucky if you did do that. Usually in my sim racing commentary room, I've got an air rifle, top of the range, within arm's reach. But luckily for you, I was shooting mice with it the other day, so it's downstairs in the porch. Lucky. Blast your drone out the sky, bro. What, you got banned for talking about guns now? Terrorism. Listening algorithm. It does. Picks up on words and things and stuff, and it's yeah. Banned. What? Hey? What? Wrecking Ball. You can't turn up and leave the room. Fuds has turned up and left the room. And Bo's left as well. Alright. 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 9 drivers on track then for final race. Well, there's me thinking we were going to fill that lobby up. Just quickly check my messages that I've not got a screenshot of my flipping house. No, good. Not yet, anyway. Maybe that's what he's left to do. So a couple more minutes till race 3 then. Again, it's final positions from race 2 sorts out your positions for race 3. Kind of puts the faster drivers at the front, slower drivers at the back, and hopefully we get a little bit less bumpy bargy coming into some of these tighter turns. It has been pretty clean so far. I think again, I think Captain Pugwash and Bum Ice Chand might have just had a little coming together due to the lack of remembering which tyres people were on. There's been a couple of incidents with drivers, you know, there's been a few nudges and a bit of tapping and stuff, but you know, rubbing's racing, so they say. As long as you're not physically steering yourself into people or shoving people off track. Again, you're bound to get a little bumping and a barging when you're close racing, especially if you're bumper to bumper for a couple of laps. There's bound to be a bit of rubbing coming into the corners, going through the corners. As long as it's fair and malicious, not malicious. Let's get that right. Then you know, it's fair in love and war, so to speak. But incidents do happen. They are investigated. We have got a team of stewards that look at all these races and decide whether it was malicious. We can have a look at internal car views. We can look at steering position versus throttle and brake position. So if you've got your steering full right, when there's a car next to you on the right, and you're on a straight and you've got your hammer down and you're deciding you're just going to punt him off circuit, well, you know, we can see it all. So just round the corner from race 3 start then. We had a look at results. Let's have a look at results, shall we? Mocking Weeks actually taking the fastest lap. Maybe that little shortcut across the chicane giving him that one. 1:48.339, but it was Obi that took the win. Mocking Weeks second, Don third, Pav fourth, Pilgrim fifth, Bo sixth, Skippy seventh, Captain Pugwash in eighth, ninth for Ice Chand, and Tyre Slayer in 10th. Your kitten is mesmerised with my voice. Well, I have been known to be a cat person. All right, me and animals just get on. But it's good to know that your kitten is mesmerised by my voice. You can't believe how much I'm trying not to burst out laughing there while I'm saying that sentence. Right, race 3. Let's get some nonsense on before I get distracted by small fluffy things. Hopefully we get a good start. No false starts for this one. Lights go on then. Race 3 just about to start. Yes, it is a good start. Nobody getting a false start. Ooh, we've got the jumpy Porsches again off the line. They had a little bit of a bounce. Don getting a great start, already trying to push around the outside of Obi. To get the move. The horn's been found again. Oh, a little bit of outbraking between a few of those drivers. Oof. No, Skippy. Skippy's in the wall at turn 1. Again, I don't know if that was somebody getting tangled up. Tyre Slayer's back there. Don't know whether Tyre Slayer and Skippy had a coming together, but both of them at the back of the pack, or whether it was something else. Mocking Weeks then leading this one at the minute. As I say that, Pilgrim just goes for a slot around the outside as they head down towards hairpin 2. So he is on the sports soft tyres, Pilgrim, whereas Mocking Weeks is on those sports mediums. That's why Pilgrim's able to just sweep his way around the outside. Captain Pugwash in 3rd then, looking for 2nd position off of Mocking. Got the slipstream as well. He'll be carrying the extra speed, grippier tyres. Ice Chand in a decent position as well, just 0.3 of a second back off that little battle. We'll be getting a tow off with both of them down towards the chicane. Captain Pugwash switches to the inside as they run down towards the chicane entrance then. Just backs off, allows Mocking Weeks to keep hold of the position through the chicane. Doesn't want to cause any incidents on the way through there. Knows he's got a great big straight here almost with this banked corner that he can have a go at. Ice Chand then at the back of this little pile. Don almost closing back up. Pilgrim leads then. Mocking Week second. Captain Pugwash third. On board with Ice Chan chasing down that top three. Again, everybody just after that little bit of slipstream. Mocking Weeks then going for the move around the outside of Pilgrim. We've seen a few drivers doing that here. Everybody's struggling to get these things under control. Mocking Weeks then making a tiny mistake on those medium tyres, costing him a couple of positions. Pugwash making a mistake as well. Ice Chand having a time of it on that lap, making up 2 positions there on those sport soft tyres, chasing down Pilgrim then for the lead. 0.6 of a second back from him. Pugwash 0.3 of a second back. Mocking Weeks another 0.5. Don's got himself involved in this fight now. He's just 0.3 of a second back from Mocking. Obi-Wan in 6th, 1.2 seconds back. Again, no idea what happened to Obi-Wan. P1RCs should have started. Well, they did start at the front of the race, but here they are, 6th and 7th. A lot of work to do for you boys. Sports mediums on, that's probably half the reason. Tyre Slayer got himself back past Skippy into 8th. Sport Softs on for him and Sport Softs on for Skippy. Can they close that gap up on Pav and Obi? Pilgrim still leads then, pulls a couple of tenths over Ice Chand. Captain Pugwash into the chicane. Oh, Ice Chand was closing up all over the back of Pilgrim on through that chicane. Run on him here down towards the start for that. Time's not actually moving really. 0.372, 371. Literally neck and neck running through there. It's a couple of tenths up. Maybe Pilgrim just dropping that DRS a little bit too early. There's Chand closing up on Pilgrim. Oh, he's outbraked himself trying to run around that outside line. Pilgrim risking it on the inside. We've seen a couple of drivers slam it into that inside corner. Pilgrim still leads then. Ice Chance second. Captain Pugwash got himself into 3rd position. Mocking Week still 4th on those mediums. That's still decent position to be on those tyres. Don's closed that gap up on him though on his softs. Also no slouch behind the wheel, Don. Should be able to make good use of those. There is Obi trying to get those gaps down as well, also on that medium tyre for this final race. P1RCs medium tyre being closed up by Tyre Slayer and Skippy here. And the threat from those faster tyre drivers. Already Tyre Slayer looking to drive up the inside, wasn't quite able to get it done. Closed down again by Skippy, and these two are now bumper to bumper. Probably going to see a little bit of a bump draft through here, maybe to get him past P1RCs. Oh, P1RCs almost cuts back across track. And now Skippy says, thank you, P1RCs, I'll have the slipstream off you instead. Tyre Slayer goes to outbrake. Still clean through there, no contact. Move by Tyre Slayer, just getting his brake in perfectly right, even though he's on that medium tyre, on that sport soft tyre. Wasn't able to outbrake P1RCs into that one, but already looking to make the move around the outside here. Oh, Pav trying to close the door on him. Side by side, coming across the line. And they're going to go for this move into turn 1 again. This is where a lot of drivers have been overtaken. They've left the door wide open. Skippy almost left with the door to go past the pair of them. Right, let's get ourselves back up front. We have missed a position change. Ice Chand has got himself past Pilgrim. Was threatening to do it for a couple of laps. Pilgrim's kept himself right there though. Oh, trying to stick one up the inside into the second of the hairpins. Oh, he has done on the exit. Can Ice Chand carry the speed down towards this outfield corner? Yes, he can. He'll have the inside line through here as well. Still Pilgrim right behind him. Will he go for the move, or will they work together to just drag themselves away? No. screw you, Ice Chand, I want the position, he says. Almost switched it back up the inside, and that yellow line turning up pretty quickly. Down towards the chicane again then. Ice Chand just sticking his car in the middle. Drifting it through there. Pilgrim's able to close up again. Don't want to be going for a move through there. Closing up on Ice Chand again now then. Moving to the outside. DRS flap getting thrown open and closed. Side by side with Ice Chand then coming up towards the line. Almost see the whites of his eyes. Apart from his silver shiny helmet. Massively deep then for Pilgrim through there. Miles off the track, and that is the result. Ice Chand able to stretch that gap miles open. 1.6 seconds that gap now. Weeks holding on to third with those sports mediums. Dom in fourth, Obi in fifth, Captain Pugwash in sixth, Pav down to seventh, Skippy in eighth, Tyre Slayer ninth. These three having a real ding dong of it. Oh, Skippy up the inside of Pav 46, but Pav pushing it around the inside on the way the outside of that corner. Just slowed him down through there. Tyre Slayer not quite able to get past him. Real good battle between these three. Again, different tyre strategies. Pav's on the mediums. The driver in front and behind are both on the soft tyre. Look at this now. Ice Chand camouflaged almost in the mist. 2.3 seconds lead currently. Nearly 9 minutes into race 3 here. Fastest lap on board for him as well. 49.7. All the accolades in race 3 then. Ice Chand. Pilgrim in second into the chicane. Dom's got his way past Mocking Weeks again on that faster tyre. It was bound to happen at some point. Mocking Weeks on that medium tyre for race 3. Obi-Wan also bringing that time back down. Captain Pugwash closing his way back up on Obi as well. Soft tyre really helping here versus the mediums. One between Captain Pugwash and Obi. Let's see what it's like when they come out of turn 1. I'm not sure if Captain Pugwash is using his DRS as much as he should. Yeah, I think Obi was carrying a little bit more speed into that turn, and he's stretched that gap from a second back up to 2 seconds here, Obi. Tyre Slayer is past Pav now then. That puts Pav at the back of the field. Again on that medium tyre, getting tangled up somewhere in the mid part of this race. Again, not quite sure what happened to him and Obi, but Pav came off the worst of it. Obi's into 5th. Just chasing down Mocking Weeks, just 1.2 seconds in front of him. Those two drivers on that medium tyre. Don on the softs, just 1.4 seconds in front of Mockin. Pilgrim another 2.7 seconds up the road. And Ice Chand losing a bit of time up front. 1.7 seconds that gap has dropped to. Almost a second lost then in the last couple of laps. He's just got to go the same as he has done for the last few laps here, Ice Chand. Stretches that time back up through that chicane. Great cornering. So it goes from 1.6, 1.7 back up to 2.3 just through that chicane. Maybe a little mistake by Pilgrim. Ice Chand then down towards the line to start lap 7. Just over 11 minutes in. He's got a fair chunk of lead here. Just got to make sure he gets corners like this bang on. Doesn't want to stick it into that Armaco on the inside that Pilgrim was risking himself with just there. Seen a couple of drivers go into that in race 1 and race 2. Don then just 1.8 seconds behind Pilgrim in 3rd. A little bit of time left to push on Pilgrim. Tyre wear will be kicking in though. Mockin still holding that 4th position. Obi lost a bit of time again then. Captain Pugwash all over the back of him. Into this 2nd hairpin. It's on that grippier tyre. Captain Pugwash will be able to get the power down slightly earlier than Obi. Close the gap down on him. Heading down towards this outfield section. He's bolt himself right on the rear end of him. Oh, look at this. Just carrying the speed, able to take that tighter line on the exit of that corner. And he's already almost up the inside of Obi on this banked corner. They are side by side now then. Down towards the chicane. Captain Pugwash should hold on to that as long as he can get his braking point right. He's allowed Obi to hold on to it. Slots his way past around the outside into the chicane. Oh, Pilgrim's made a mistake through that chicane again. Loses 2 positions. Obi and Captain Pugwash go through. Pilgrim suffering there then. Tyre Slayer into 7th. Pav back up to 8th. And Skippy now, who's made another mistake, drops himself to 9th. This Ice Chan now 4 seconds lead over Don. He can loosen his grip maybe a little bit on that steering wheel. Maybe have a split second to mop his brow if he's been sweating. So, you know, you can be as good a racer as in the middle of the pack, having a real good battle, epic driving, that sort of stuff, you know. But if you don't win a race very often, or you don't lead a race very often, you can get into these kind of positions and it can all go to pot. I know from experience. Alright? Ice Chand just keeping his cool at the minute, pulling a couple of tenths on Dodd through there. The gap stretches up to 4.3. We are on to the final minute of the race. This could be... They're going to see they've got 45 seconds before they cross the line. Well, sorry, before the race timer ticks over. Are they going to see another lap? Are the gaps big enough that it might only be Ice Chand? Again, cleanly through that chicane. He's just got this great big banked corner to go. He can't get this one wrong. Well, he better not get this one wrong, Ice Chand. No, I think he's going to see another lap. He's got 20 seconds to get down to the line. 10 seconds on the race clock then. There he goes. 53 as he crosses. You're just going to see Don get one in. Mocking Weeks by the skin of his teeth. Yes, Obi-Wan will be the first man to finish, so he will take 4th position. Captain Pugwash 5th, Pilgrim 6th. Tyre Slayer will take 7th. Pav 46 will hold on to 8th. Skippy did close that gap back up on him. Skippy taking 9th. Ice Chanden. A little bit wide through that turn, but still holding plenty of time over Don. 4.9 seconds the lead. Maybe doesn't have to quite push so much now. Don, he's got a fair old gap between himself and Mocking Week, so he's probably not pushing as hard as he needs to. To go then for Ice Chand. Just got to keep his cool around these last couple of turns into the chicane. It's really been turn 1 and this turn that have caught people out most of the night. Well, the fastest lap on board for Ice Chand. 1:49.5 then as well. That's 2 fastest laps. Led the race for pretty much half of it. Into the chicane cleanly then. Out of the chicane cleanly as well. That's it. It's all in the bag then for Ice Chand. His team will be going mental on the pit wall. Champagne will be flowing tonight. Well, maybe, unless he's got work in the morning. Down towards the line then for Ice Chand. Comfortable win for him in the end. 5.5 seconds almost by the time he crosses the line. Don is going to come home and take second. Mocking Weeks, I've got to say, what a drive on a set of mediums. Okay, you did start quite close to the front, but you know, to have that set of mediums on and not get overtaken by a lot of the other drivers on the softs, fair play to you, fair play to you. And there it is, race 3, done and dusted. Has your kitten gone to sleep now, rear wheel? Is it all curled up, content? There it is then. Official results for race 3 then. Ice Chan taking that win again comfortably in the end, 5.5 seconds almost. Don in second, Mocking Weeks in third, Obi-Wan fourth, Captain Pugwash in fifth, Pilgrim sixth, Tyre Slayer seventh, Pav 46 in 8th. We've got Skippy in 9th. So yeah, we did lose Bo out of that one. Not too sure what happened there, but and I thought we'd got those extra drivers, but not to be, not to be. So there it is, round 2 of the Porsche Cup done and dusted. That's all we've got on apart from Sunday night, so it's all P1 stuff at the minute. I've got this one on Thursday nights, and then Sunday nights at 9 o'clock. Ricochet, there you go. Ricochet the cat, or the whatever rear wheel wants to call him in the chat. Yeah, so Sunday nights at 9 o'clock as well. We've got the Mitsubishi Evo versus WRX Subaru race. So that's 2 20-minute races. And the, I don't know what, are they GR3 class? They're all rear wheel drive. They've got more aero than you can shake a stick at. And once you get them behind another car, you lose all that aero and they all get a bit squirrely. They all get a bit loose. So yes, Sunday nights at 9 o'clock and Thursday nights at 9 o'clock. That's what we've got so far. There are talks in progress about the next Monday night leagues with the DK10 boys, the DSC racing. So we're looking at a GR4 something, and then possibly after that a round 2 or a series 2 of the Mini Martini League. But again, that's all in talks at the minute. I don't know dates or details. So it is Sunday nights at 9 o'clock for the WRX versus Evos, or Thursday nights for more Porsche action. And that is going to be it from me tonight, people. I hope you have liked what you've watched. Oh, and you know what? Did we look at official results? Did we? Yeah, we looked at official results. I'm not looking at them again. Nor are you. Yeah, I hope you like what you've watched. Thank you all for stopping in and having a quick chat and stuff like that. Appreciate it. It all helps the algorithm out, as well as the likes and shares and that sort of stuff. So yes, if you have liked it, please click that like button, share it out. You know what to do, people. Tell your mates and tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.